Good afternoon, everyone. In last three lectures, we have seen the topic complex numbers. In that complex numbers, we have seen De Moivre's theorem, then the applications of De Moivre's theorem, roots of complex number. And in this lecture, we will see the expansion of sin theta raised to m or cos theta raised to n or sin theta raised to m cos theta raised to n in a series of sines or cosines multiple of theta. That is again the one of the application of complex number to how to expand the sine and cosine in the form of series. So how to expand that? Here we consider that let x is equals to cos theta plus I sin theta in the form of complex number. As it is in the form of cos theta plus I sin theta, so 1 by x, it should be in the form of cos theta minus I sin theta. So if you add that two terms, x plus 1 by x, so it gives 2 cos theta, and x minus 1 by x, that is equals to 2y sin theta. As x is equals to this, so 1 by x is nothing but a x raised to the power minus 1. So here the power become minus 1, and therefore that sign become a minus. So that is a cos theta minus I sin theta. Now if you take a subtraction of that two terms, so x minus 1 by x, here if you subtract that, so that cos theta get cancelled, and that I sin theta get added. So the result is a 2I sin theta. Now if you consider x raised to the power r, here the term of x is the cos theta plus I sin theta, and having the power r, so it can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta raised to the power r. So when you apply here again the De Moivre's theorem, so that can be written as cos of r theta plus I sin r theta. Next, again when you consider 1 upon x by x raised to the power r, again that term transferred to numerator, so it gives x raised to the power minus r. So the value of x is a cos theta plus I sin theta, and having the power minus r. Again by the De Moivre's theorem, that power comes in the multiple of theta. So it can be written as cos of minus r theta plus I into sin of minus r into theta. As we know that cos of minus r can be written as cos of r, so it becomes cos of r theta, and sin of minus r can be written as minus sin r. So that plus sign become a minus, and it become a minus I sin of r theta. So that two result, x raised to r and 1 upon x raised to r, we give it equation number 1 and 2. When we add that two equations, x raised to r plus 1 upon x raised to r, so we have to put the values of there, that is here cos of r theta plus I sin r theta, that is the value of x raised to r, and second 1 upon x raised to r, that is cos of r theta minus I into sin of r theta we put here. Now if you observe that terms, here I sin of r theta and here is a minus I sin of r theta, again both the term get cancelled, and finally cos r theta get added, so it become a 2 cos of r theta. So that gives x raised to r plus 1 upon x raised to r is equal to 2 cos of r theta. Similarly, if you consider x raised to r minus 1 upon x raised to r, so as there is a minus sign, so here again become a minus. As it become a minus, so that cos of r theta become minus and it become a plus. So in that case, what happened? Cos of r theta get cancelled, and I sin r theta get added. So it become a 2I sin of r theta. So in this way we get that two result. Here we see that two result because we have to use that result in the expansion of sine or cosine series. Now here we have to expand cos theta raised to 8 in a series of cosine of multiples of theta. So how to expand that cos of theta raised to the power 8. Now here we consider again, as initial we take the value. In that example we again consider that let x is equals to cos theta plus I sin theta, as that is x. So if you consider 1 by x is equals to x raised to the power nothing but a minus 1, and here is a, that is a term x, so we write here cos theta plus I sin theta having the power minus 1. Again that minus 1 comes here, so cos of minus theta here become a cos of sin of minus theta. So that can be written as cos of minus theta plus I into sin of minus theta. Again we know that cos of minus theta is a cos theta and sin of minus theta is a minus, so it become a minus I sin theta. So that is the value of 1 by x. Now what we do, we add that two terms. Why we add that two terms? Because when we add the term, that is x plus 1 by x here. So what happens? The terms of I sin theta get cancelled. Here is a cos theta plus I sin theta. In the second bracket, 1 by x term, that is a cos theta minus I sin theta. So what happens finally? I sin theta cancel, it become a 2 cos theta. Now why we add here x plus 1 by x? Because we have to expand cos theta raised to 8. So we want the term of cos theta. So to get the term of cos theta, we add here x plus 1 by x. If we expand here in the form of sine, if there is in place of cos, there is a sine. So what we have to change this here? We have to simply, in place of addition, there we have to use a subtraction, that is x minus 1 by x. So finally what happen? If we put here minus sign, here is also minus sign. As here is a minus, it become a minus and it become a plus. So finally cos theta get cancelled and we get 2I sin theta. So the series finally comes in the form of sine, but here the term is a cos, so we add that two term x plus 1 by x. Similarly, we consider the second result, that is x raised to the power r. As x raised to the power r can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta raised to the power r. And when we apply the De Moivre's theorem, so it gives a cos of r theta plus I into sin of r theta. Similarly, 1 by x raised to the power r. As we know the value of 1 by x, 1 by x is nothing but a cos theta minus of I sin theta, and that having the power r. So it can be written as cos of r theta minus I into sin of r theta. So when you add that two term, that is x raised to r plus 1 upon x raised to r, what we get finally, again that two terms get added here. So if you see here, there is a plus term and there is a minus. So when you add that two term get cancelled and finally we get 2 cos of r theta. These two results are important for our expansion. So we give it, suppose that is your equation number 2, that is your equation number 1. And now we want here cos theta raised to 8 expansion. So we consider the term, that is a 2 cos theta. So if we consider 2 cos theta, but the power of that cos theta is 8, so we take here the power 2 cos theta raised to the power 8. But the 2 cos theta is value of x plus 1 by x. So on that side there is a term x plus 1 by x and having the power raised to the power 8. Now what we do here, we have to expand that term as in the form of binomial expansion. Now how is the binomial expansion? As we know that the binomial expansion, suppose in the form of the term is a plus b raised to the power n. So how we can take its expansion? It is nothing but a raised to n plus n into a raised to n minus 1 into b plus next term is n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial a raised to the power n minus 2 b square and so on plus and so on, and your last term should be in the form of b raised to n. You have to use that result here. So that is binomial expansion. So we use here the binomial expansion. Here is a 2 cos theta raised to 8. So that separation here 2 raised to the power 8 and here is a cos of theta raised to the power 8. And here we use the binomial expansion. In place of n there is a 8. So first term is a x raised to the power 8 plus next is a 8 into, here is a the power of that x become less by 1, so x raised to the power 7. Here is a last term as it is, that is a 1 by x. Then again plus, here 8 into 7, in denominator there is a 2 factorial. That 2 factorial is nothing but a 1 into, or we can directly write 1 into 2. Then here the power of that x become less by 1, so there is a x raised to the power 6, and here the power of that term is increases by 1, so here is a 1 by x square. Then the next term, here is a 8 into 7, next term become 8 into 7 into 6, and in denominator there is a 3 factorial, and as 3 factorial is nothing but a 1 into 2 into 3. Here is again the power of that term is less by 1, so here is x raised to the power 5, and here is the power increases by 1, so it is a x cube. Then next is a plus, next term 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, in denominator there is a 4 factorial, that is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, here the power become less by 1, here is x raised to 5, so here is x raised to 4, here the next term power is increases by 1, so x raised to the power 4. Then next term again 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4, in denominator there is a 5 factorial, so 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, here the power is decreased by 1, so x cube, here the second term power increased by 1, so x raised to the power 5. Then next plus 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3, in denominator there is a 6 factorial, so 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6, here the power is decreased by 1, so x square, here is increased by 1, so x raised to the power 6. Next is again 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, and here is a denominator there is a 7 factorial, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7, again here the power of that term is decreased by 1, so simply x, here they increase by 1, so here is a x raised to the power 7. Next term, if you see the next term, what happened here, here is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, in next term there is a into 1, that 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1 is nothing but a 8 factorial. In denominator again there is a 8 factorial, as there is a again 8 factorial, so 8 factorial get cancelled. Here the power of the term is x raised to the power n, the next the power is decreased by 1, so x raised to the power 0, so x raised to 0 is nothing but a 1, and here is the power is increased by 1, so it can be written as x raised to the power 8. In this way we can simplify the expansion of that term x plus 1 by x raised to the power 8. Now again we simplify that expansion, here is a x raised to the power 8 as it is. Here if you take the total power of that term, 8 remain as it is, x raised to 7 is here, here is x, so 1 power get cancelled with that, so it become x raised to the power 6 plus, here is a 8 into 7, 1 by 2, so that 2 by 8, so 8 by 2 is nothing but a 4, so 4 into 7, 28, here is a 28, and here is x raised to the power 6, in denominator x square, so if you take a total power of that term is nothing but x raised to the power 4 plus, here if you see here is a 2 4s are 8, here is a 3 2s are 6, so what are the terms remaining in numerator, 4 into 7, 28, 28 into that 56, so that is a 56 here, here is x raised to 5, here is x cube, so total power of that x become a x square. The next term, here is a 8 7 6 5, here is a 1 2 3, again 2 4s are 8, 3 2s are 6, again 4 1s are 4, so what is remaining in numerator, 7 into 2 into 5, so total power, total term 5 into 2, that is a 10. 10 into 7, that is a 70. And here is the total power, x raised to 4, x raised to 4. Both the get cancel, so simply remaining a 70. Then next plus. Here is 1 as it is. 2 4s are 8 here. 3 2s are 6 here. 4 4s are 1. Here is a 5. 5 1s are 5. So what is remaining term there here? That 4 get cancelled. Here is 7 into 2. Here is finally when you calculate it will become a 56. Here is x cube by x raised to the power 5. So here the power in denominator, the total power finally it can be written as x square, 1 upon x square. Then plus here is again 6 6 get cancelled, 5 5 get cancelled, 4 4 get cancelled, 3 3 get cancelled. Here is a 2 4s are 8, 4 into 7, that is a 28. So we write here 28. Here is a x square by x raised to 6. So the total power of that 1 upon x raised to 6, here it become a 4. Then next here 2 2 get cancelled, 3 3 get cancelled, 4 get cancelled, 5 5 cancelled, 6 6 also cancelled, 7 7 get cancelled, remaining 8. So here is 8. Here x by x raised to 7 is nothing but 1 upon x raised to 6. Then last term 8 factorial get cancelled and remaining 1 upon x raised to 8. So what we have to do finally, we have to collect the term of same power. Here is x raised to 8. So we write the first term x raised to 8. Here is last term 1 upon x raised to 8. So we collect that x raised to 8 and 1 upon x raised to 8. Then the next term here is 8 x raised to 6. And if you see another term, here is 8 into 1 upon x raised to 6. So that 8 is a common for that both term. So here 8 get a common. Here is x raised to 6 plus 1 upon x raised to 6. Plus next is a 28 x raised to 4. Here is a 28 into 1 upon x raised to 4. So 28 get common from the both term. Here is x raised to the power 4 plus 1 upon x raised to the power 4. Then plus here is a 56 x square. Here is 56 into 1 upon x square. So again 56 get a common. Here is x square plus 1 upon x square. And the last term is here 70. So here we have to write down 70. So which result we have to use here, as that side is a 2 raised to 8 into cos of theta, that is equals to. Now we have simplified that. Which result we have to use? We have to use the result of equation number 2. What equation number 2 indicate? That is x raised to the power r plus 1 upon x raised to the power r. So there is a 2 into cos of r theta. Now if you compare that with that first term, here is x raised to the power 8 plus 1 upon x raised to the power 8. That means for the equation 2, in place of r there is a 8. And if there is r, there is a 2 cos of r theta. And in place of r there is a 8, so it can be written as 2 cos of 8 theta. Similarly, we write the result for the next term. Here is a 8. Here is in place of r there is a 6, so it can be written as 2 into cos of 6 theta. Then plus 28. Again here is a 2 cos of 4 theta. Then plus 56 into 2 cos of 2 theta. And last is a 70. So if you see here, what happened, in each term the 2 is common. So we take the 2 common from every term. The 2 get a common. Here is a 2 cos 8 theta, here is 2 cos 6 theta, 2 cos 4 theta, 2 cos 2 theta, and here is a 70. From the each term we take a 2 common. So that 2 get a common here. So what is remaining here? Cos of 8 theta plus 8 cos of 6 theta plus 28 cos of 4 theta, then plus 56 cos of 2 theta, and finally when you take 2 common here, here is remaining a 35 bracket complete. But if you see here, there is a 2 and to that side there is a 2 raised to 8. If you transfer that 2 raised to 8 to that side, it comes in a denominator, and here is a cos of theta raised to the power 8. Here is also cos theta raised to the power. So what happens finally, we expand that cos theta raised to 8 in the form of cosine multiple of theta. Again that one power get reduced with that, here it becomes a 7. So cos of theta raised to the power, it is equals to 1 upon 2 raised to 7. Here is a cos 8 theta plus 8 into cos of 6 theta plus 28 cos of 4 theta plus 56 cos 2 theta plus 35. In this way we can find the expansion of that cos theta raised to 8 in the form of series of cosine multiple of theta. I hope that you understand that problems and that topic also. If you like that video, you can share and subscribe that. Thank you very much.